Today's talk is Passionately Living Your Purpose Out Loud. So my question for all y'all today, are you passionately living your purpose out loud? Most of the time, all right, great. Can you tell I have some Texas in me? So the question becomes, what holds us back from living our purpose out loud? We've talked about this over the course of the month, right? Sometimes it's fear or self-doubt. We're afraid of failure, but also sometimes we're afraid of success. Because if I'm successful, right, people are going to expect me to be successful all the time. So sometimes that holds us back. There's lack of clarity about what our purpose is. We may not know what our purpose is, right? Without clear direction, we might feel lost on where to start. There's the social and cultural expectations, like we talked about. What's the name of the comedian we talked about last week? Whose father could have been a really good comedian? Jim Carrey, thank you. But he felt pressured to do something more safe, and he didn't believe he could be a good comedian. So his father chose to be an accountant, which he failed at, right? And Jim Carrey's lesson from that was, we can fail at things we don't want to do, so why don't we take a chance and do the things we do want to do? There's also financial constraints, right? Sometimes the idea of pursuing our purpose would require a major change in our life. And it can feel too scary to possibly let go of a job that we have because of our financial responsibilities. There's that thing that happens where we need to get out of our comfort zone. And that can feel really uncomfortable and scary, right? So that can hold us back. Then there's lack of support. If we don't have support from our family or friends or colleagues, that can really hinder us from living our purpose. And if that's the case for you, I invite you to consciously reach out to other people for support and possibly get out of the unsupportive environment that you're in. There's perfectionism. I can relate to this one. Like expecting myself to be perfect and not make mistakes would keep me from taking a risk or moving towards living my purpose because I was afraid I couldn't do it right. How ridiculous is that now? I'm so glad I can laugh about it. There's time constraints, right? Sometimes we're so busy with our job and our life responsibilities that we feel like we don't even have time to start moving toward living our purpose. You may have had past failures, right? And you're afraid of failing again. But remember, failure only happens if we quit. Otherwise, it's an opportunity to learn something and move us forward on our path. We learn what doesn't work, right? Here's a big one, comparing ourselves to others. I know I'm not the only one that's done that, right? I know, it's just like, what is it? It's definitely a self-defeating habit to compare ourselves to others because we could feel inadequate. Like, I used to think, well, why would I even bother trying to do that? Because there's so many people that are already doing it and they're doing a great job. Right? We might have the lack of skills or knowledge to pursue our purpose. But guess what? We could take some classes. And we don't have to know everything because we have people around us that can support us in our purpose. Thank goodness. We might have some physical or mental health challenges that can significantly impact our ability to move forward in our purpose. I had that happen and I recovered, right? I became resilient. And actually my purpose came out of those challenges, the things that I learned. Now I can give back. Overcommitment. Has anyone ever done that? Oh my gosh, overcommitment. Having too many commitments or obligations can leave us with little time or energy to pursue our purpose. The other thing is procrastination. Oh, gosh, it feels too hard to do today, so I think I'll do it tomorrow. Or wait, maybe I'll just do it next week. Wait a minute, I've got this going on next week. I think I'll make it, at the end of the month. Whatever. So, yes, unsupportive environment. One of the things I learned through my recovery from challenging times that Spirit kept telling me is I need a peaceful, harmonious, loving environment in order for me to live in the world the best way I can that is good for my well-being. So our environment is so important. So all of those things that we just talked about can hold us back from living our purpose if we let them. But Ernest Holmes tells us, we are surrounded by an infinite intelligence that responds to our thought according to law. So if you want to live your purpose and not let self-limiting beliefs hold you back, do what Ernest Holmes said. Change your thinking, change your life. It's a little more detailed than that, but that's the simple version, right? Everything we need to know about how to live our purpose is available to us now. It's like that song we sang, right? Everything we need to know is available for me now. Through the mind of God within me. And why is that? Because we're made by that infinite power and presence that is God. It is a part of us. It is always with us, and around us. It's everywhere present. So everything we need to know to fulfill our purpose is already available. So how do we discover our purpose? Sometimes people wonder, how do I know if I'm living my purpose? Well, we take time to reflect. What are my passions, my values? What activities bring me joy? We identify our values, the things that matter the most to us in our life. Your purpose is often aligned with those. What are your interests? It's important to engage in new activities so you can learn things that interest you and bring you joy. Take a new class or travel. You get to know more about yourself that way, too. We talked about stepping out of our comfort zone, setting goals, stretching, right? You got to stretch. Most importantly, listen to your intuition. It is that still small voice. Sometimes it's a loud voice. Pay attention to it. Sometimes it will come to you in a dream. Pay attention to your dreams. It's everywhere present. Anything you need to know. Another thing we can do is seek inspiration from our role models. Learn about their lives. How did they get where they are? Their stories can provide insight and inspiration. And reflect upon what is it you want to do in the world. Is there something on a global scale that you'd like to participate in? Or something on a community scale? Or is there something that you just want to do right here in this community? Right here. Seek feedback. Ask friends, what are the skills and passions that you see in me? Because sometimes we're not so aware of those. They're not as obvious to our own self as they are to our friends and family. It's important to stay patient and open-minded. Our purpose can change as we evolve. So it's not just one static thing. I used to think like, oh my gosh, I've got to discover what my purpose is and do that forever while I'm alive, right? But my purpose has changed over the years as I've grown and evolved, right? And now I'm living my purpose as a minister right here. Who knows? I think I'll always be a minister, but we have to stay open-minded and connect with like-minded individuals. Meeting new people can lead to opportunities that align with your purpose. Like, right? You might not know where your purpose is, but then you're talking to somebody new, and they say something that inspires you, and you get a clue like, oh, that sounds interesting, and pursue that. So once we discover our purpose, it's really important that we go live it out loud. When we passionately live our purpose, we not only experience a life of fulfillment, but we inspire others to do the same, and it benefits the whole. So here's what we can do. We can embrace authenticity. Live our passion out loud as our authentic selves. It's so freeing to be authentic and not trying to be something other than I'm not. And that shines a light for people to see and gives them permission to do the same. It creates a ripple effect when we're living our purpose authentically, taking risks. People get brave. They're inspired to take risks themselves. We amplify our personal growth and evolution when we live out loud. Probably one of the most wonderful things about living our purpose out loud is that it brings us happiness. By living our purpose out loud, we are serving one another and the world. Because we know there's only one of us, is that infinite spirit that is God, everywhere present. So as we stretch and expand and get out of our comfort zone and do all those things that can be scary or feel uncomfortable, we're actually helping the whole evolve. It creates a sense of well-being within us. You know, it can get rid of depression, anxiety, living our purpose. We're in alignment with what Spirit wants us to be in this world. That is such a beautiful thing. Being in alignment with what Spirit wants us to be, what better thing could we do? It creates stronger relationships, increased confidence, and happiness. Passionately living your purpose out loud is a transformative journey. It touches not only your life, but the lives of others. By embracing authenticity, inspiring others, and creating that ripple effect, you can do your part to create a world that works for all. So step into your purpose with passion. Let your light shine and inspire all those around you. So, most of us know I'm going home. I haven't been home since November of, So I need to go home and take care of my life and things in Oregon. So I'll be gone for a couple of months, but I'll be speaking to you 2 or 3 times a month. I'll be right here. We also have Rev Madeline, Rev Lanny, we have Rev Barb, and we have other speakers who have volunteered to come and speak if need be. And so I'm charging you with this. Keep coming to the center, even though I'm not here. Because this center is our community. And it wouldn't exist without you, right? You are the community. And within these walls, within this philosophy, you're free to live your purpose. We're here to support you in figuring out what your purpose is. We've got practitioners. If you need to figure that out, make an appointment. Whatever it is calling to you. You can do it here in these rooms even, right? Do you want to create a book study? We'll support you to do that. Do you want to have a dance? Do you want to sing and play in our Sierra Center house band? My fingers are still sore and it's been 2 weeks. Whatever it is, let me know. One of my cards is right up there by that little brown box. Pick it up so you have my contact information. And just so you know, be looking for an email from Rev Julia at sierracenter.org because I'm going to reach out to y'all while I'm gone. I'm only physically going to be gone for a little while, and I'll be back. But in the meantime, we're still able to connect. I want you to know that I'm here for you because it's my purpose to support you in this beloved community. In closing, I want to share this quote by Tagore as a way of helping convey the experience I've had as being your bridge minister over the past 6 months. I slept and dreamt that life was joy. I awoke and saw that life was service. I acted, and behold, service was joy. It truly has been my joy and honor to be of service to this community, and I look forward to doing it for however long I'm needed. Thank you for your love and support. I love you all. Namaste.